Okay, so part 2 of this video, we're just going to kind of finish through with the slides here. Recall, what would an answer look like that has no solution? Well, if we remember correctly from before, it's when we have parallel lines. Okay, so the lines would never intersect. What would an answer look like that has all real numbers? Well, we talked about what that looked like with lines. It would have to be essentially the same line. Okay, so we're trying to figure out what that might look like in terms of our equations here. So, remember when we were solving equations before, we had things like our answers ended up looking like 3 equals 5 or something. You know, that wasn't a true statement, so in this case it wasn't a solution. Other scenarios we got like 0 equals 0 or 5 equals 5. That's when it was all reals. Okay, so keeping that in mind, let's see if you can answer this question. What does it mean if the result is true? Okay, so I'll give you a second to think about that one and answer that. Just a couple more examples I'd like to show you guys before I have you try some on the next slide. So here's this next set of problems. Notice in this one, x is by itself, so I'm going to replace 3 minus y for x. So we get 3 minus y plus y equals 7. Well, that's nice because the minus y and the y cancel. However, what I'm left with is 3 equals 7. If we remember that from before, that meant no solution. But you can write the words out, or you could do that. Looking at the second example, y equals 4 minus 2x. Well, that means I'm going to replace y with that. Let's see what happens here when I do that. 4x plus 2 times 4 minus 2x equals 8. So that's 4x plus, okay, we got to distribute it, so let's be careful here. 8 minus 4x equals 8. The 4x and the minus 4x cancel. We're left with 8 equals 8. So like I showed on the last slide, that means all reals, or infinitely many solutions, depending on how you look at it. Okay. So there's just one more slide for you guys to look at. The you try, I'd like you guys to take the time to figure these out. Remember, you could get a possible solution to this. You might get no solution to this if you get like 5 equals 2. Or you may get all real numbers.